What up, guys? Jason Guyman here with Pressure Wash Up, King of Pressure Washing. And today I'm going to hit on a subject of pricing and that. And the reason why it brought me, I just got back from Nashville. I went to Nashville this today on Tuesday, had BBB yesterday. So I was around a bunch of very successful pressure washers, business owners in general. You know, people that pressure wash, people that do window cleaning, people that sell coffee, people that do all different kinds of things, and it's a good time to see is things working, how do they work, all of those good things. And there was some people there that it is one of those things that I'm just sitting there like, you need to raise your prices. And, even people that have been successful, I get the pushback of, Jason, my market won't hold that. And I call bull crap. Bull crap. And so that is what we are going to hit on. Before we get there, we got Mr. Brian Fletcher in the house. He said he gave a bid today on a 5,000 square foot two house. Pool, concrete, $1,200. Too low? Sounds pretty low. I don't know. Depends on how long it's going to take you, and it does sound a little low. Is this just live or video? It is live. We are live. How you doing, Mr. Little Pressure Washers? We got Progressive in the house. Brian, that is too low. F-bomb, yep, that is too low. We got Big Rob from New Jersey in the house. And so we got Mr. Charles in the house from Texas. Who else we got in here? We got Pink Robin from Florida, in the Florida area. Scott Ferguson, Truth Seeker. All right. So we got Wade in the house. So we'll get started here. We got Trisha in the house here. We got Stewart Window Cleaning. We got Big Time here, George in the house. All right. So why do we need to raise our prices? Why do we need to do those things of what I just said? Are you charging enough for 2022? And what do you need to do to be able to get more out of it? And the reason why I want to hit on this, like I said, I was talking to somebody and he was doing $400,000 and it's taken 3 trucks to get there. And I'm like, do what? And so as a business owner that ran 3 trucks, I knew that wasn't very profitable at the end of the day. And so the reason why we have to charge more is, this is definitely something that in 2022, it's not going to be any cheaper to run a business. In fact, it's going to cost a lot more. Gas is up $1, $2, $3. Who knows where it's going to be at? You've got cost of everything's going up. Bleach is going up. The cost of all goods are going up. The cost to get good employees is going up. You're not going to get somebody to work for you for $10 an hour. You're probably not going to barely be able to get to him for $15 an hour. We were paying our techs $20 to $25 an hour, and this was 3 years ago. And so, everything is going to go up. And so if you're not charging enough, number one, if you're not charging enough, people will take advantage of you. And so what do you mean by that? What I've learned is a lot of times people will the cheap customers are the worst customers out there. They'll be the number one that are the pickiest. They'll be the number one that won't want to pay you. And it can just be a headache at the end of the day. And so cheap customers are not our customer. So if you're not charging enough for your time and you're not charging enough for your services, people are going to take advantage of you. A lot of those people are like, hey, can you just throw that extra little deck on there? And you're like, yeah, I'll do that. And that's not the thing. And so when you increase your prices, when you do increase your prices, one thing, it helps your cash flow. That means there's going to be more money coming in. And when we bring more money coming in with our cash flow, what that allows us to do is pay out money for advertising and pay our employees well, and not just pay our employees just enough to get by, but pay our employees enough to live a living wage. And so those are some things that we have to look at when we do that. I thought I had 3 rentals for gutter cleaning a day. In response to my proposal, the owner said I was too expensive and that she just got 3 teeth extracted. Wasn't sure how to take that. And that's a good point here. I mean, that's the reason why I want to hit that. That's good. Because I guarantee you those 3 teeth that she got extracted, she didn't go with the cheapest person. And I guarantee you the dentist didn't give her a break because she got 3 of them done. And so when we bid stuff, and I've heard it, you guys make more than a doctor. Well, we make more than a doctor, but we only got 8 months to make our living for the whole year. And people forget about that side of cash flow of, you only got 8 months to make enough money to live all year long. Now, if you're in the South, you got a little bit more. You got about 10 or 11 months, even in Florida, because even in Florida, you're going to have low months. January, sometimes for Florida, can be pretty low for you, just because everybody's getting their Christmas presents and their bills for that they've spent. And so those are some things that will cause us to not be able to charge more. And this goes for more than just pressure washing. This goes for gutter cleaning. This goes for any service business out there. You can charge more. So the other, last time, 2 times ago, I was in Raleigh, North Carolina, and we were playing poker. Donovan has a poker night every Thursday night. He goes plays poker with a group of guys, and so I was playing poker that night, and there was another guy there. He's a handyman, and he's like, "Man, I'm just so busy." And I'm like, "What's your price?" "Well, I only charge like $50 an hour, and I'm just booked out till I can't work no more." And I'm like, "Why don't you raise your prices?" Well, what? Raise your prices. If you answer your phone and you do all the little things, you can make big things. And so this is what we have to do is we have to raise our prices. We have to raise these things so that way we can make sure that we are charging enough to keep a service business going. The more money you make, the higher quality service or product that you will be able to provide to your customers. So if we're a $200 guy and we're trying to make money, it's going to be hard to give that customer, that white glove experience. We're going to give them the slam bam go experience versus a white glove experience. And so this is important when we're dealing with customers that we want them to give us a 5-star review. We want them to be like, "Man, Jason, you are amazing." We want them to think that, "Man, Jason, you answered your phone. Man, Jason, we had some questions and called you back and you answered your phone again. Man, Jason, we had a problem and you answered your phone again." And that's the kind of thing that we can do by when we are raising our pricing and we get our pricing up. Charging a higher price guarantees a greater return on investment. Imagine that. If we charge more, because what we have to do is we have to spend money to be able to make money. We have to put money out into marketing. We have to put money into our equipment. We have to put money out for our employees. And if we're not raising our prices, we're not able to make any money on the top end of it. And so those are some important things that we can also do to make sure that we are charging enough for 2022 coming up this year of what we need to do to make sure that you are running a successful service cleaning business. Because if you just want a job, you can go anywhere and get a job. You literally can go anywhere and get a job for $20 an hour. Walmart's paying $20 an hour. Chick-fil-A is paying $20 an hour. I just seen Hobby Lobby just raise their minimum pay coming in at $18.93. So if we just want to work for that, then go do that. Don't be the cheap guy thinking that, well, if I'm the cheap guy, I might get this job. You know, because like I said, the one I was talking to, and he's like, man, yeah, I'm my average ticket is like $500 or $600, and I'm like, do you do packages? Well, no, I don't really do packages. I just do it all as a whole. Do what? You got to do packages, guys. This is how we get our prices up. When we do packages, you can raise your prices. You can say, all right, Jason, how much is the house wash? Or if you get Miss Jones and comes and says, Jason, I need a house wash. All right, we can do the house wash. The house wash is $450. If we want the exterior windows to be spot free, that's another $200. So that's $650. And if you want the driveway done, we can do that all in one at $400. Now we're at $1,050. We just went from a 400. We went from a $450 house wash to $1,000 all inclusive package. And most people pick the middle package. So I just went from a $450 house wash to a $700 house wash. Just like that. And it didn't cost me anything. It cost me nothing to raise them up and get their pricing even higher. And so those are things that you have to do to be able to raise your prices. So when we raise our prices, we can do that. Now, are we going to close all our jobs by raising our prices? No, we're not. You may have a lower close rate. And if your close rate is at 70, 80% in the first place, well, you really need to raise your prices. But the people it's pretty cool because at the BBB, I had Jeremy Main has joined the BBB. Jeremy Main was literally a garbage man last July. Jeremy Main was worked at the garbage company for 14 or 17 years, and he quit his job in last year. He was making $60,000 a year from the garbage man. So from that, he did okay last year. From there, he did like 32 in Christmas lights after he quit. And this year, he's going to be over $400,000, $200,000 in pressure washing, and $200,000 in Christmas lights. From going from a garbage man to growing a successful business. And how did he do that? Well, he listened to me when I say raise my prices. Raise your prices. Actually, his girlfriend listens to me when I say raise his prices because she does all the quoting, and that's how they get a lot of money. And that is what he did. He's able to, he went from, not having a whole lot to having a whole lot, and that is the amazing thing that you can do. For Christmas lights, there's a couple people there. I'm like, well, what are you charging for Christmas lights? Oh, I'm charging $6 a foot. Do what? You're charging $6 a foot? You're charging $7 a foot? This guy right here is getting $8 to $12 a foot. Why aren't you charging it? Well, you just don't understand, Jason. You just don't understand. In my area, you can't get that. And I'm like, my area is Cincinnati. In Cincinnati, if you look at on the scale of things, Cincinnati is one of the lowest cost areas to live in the country. So if I can get $8 to $10 a foot in Cincinnati, if I can get $400 to $500 for a house wash in Cincinnati, you can get that much too. You know what you have to do? You have to ask for it. And those are the things that you have to do to be able to grow your business and get that to the next level. That's what you have to do. And how do we get that? Well, we set ourselves apart from I wouldn't even call them our competitors. Those other people that pressure wash or those other people that do whatever they do. First thing is we answer our phone. If we answer our phone, it is a big thing. So, and when we do these things, we need, there's how Bobby Walker says it, and I start to saying it too. It's all about the little things. And I just heard something right before I jumped on here that makes a whole lot of things. We talk about the little things. So small hinges move big doors. So if we do little things, we can move and be big. We can do big things. But if we only have one hinge on a 3-hinge door, what happens? The door falls off, the door don't open, and it's not a smooth transition. So, little things make big things happen. Small hinges make big doors open and close. And so, the little things. Are we following up? Are we answering the phone? Are we sounding professional when we answer the phone? Are we telling them who we are in our business name when we answer the phone? Are we acting like we're happy that they called us? One of the things I teach in my courses is you got to smile when you answer the phone. If you're like the machine's running and you're hello, or you take a deep breath, smile for a second. Hello, this is Jason with Pressure Wash Help. How may I help you? Or hello. That's usually how people answer the phone. And that's not a good, that's a little thing. Little things make big things work. Small hinges make big doors work. And so, are we going to tell them what the next step is? All right, ma'am. Yes. So the way we do it is we look on Google and we can see your house, and we'll get your quote out within the next hour or two, and we'll have your quote. Tomorrow we'll call you to make sure that you received your quote, because sometimes with the email processes you don't always get our email quote. So I want to make sure that I call you tomorrow that you got your email. And then from there, we can get you booked. Right now, we're booked out a little bit. So if you're going to get on the schedule, we've got to make sure we're booked out, for a week or so. We got an opening we do have an opening on Monday, but, those are some things that you can do to help speed that process along. Give a little bit of urgency. And then when we show up at the house, well, once we get the house booked, obviously, then when we show up at the house, we're going to, ma'am, thank you for allowing us. We're small business. Let me walk around here. Is there any problems that you have, any issues reason why you called us today? Again, our goal today is to make sure that you are so happy that you want to give us a 5-star review. We're going to do that on the phone too. And then we're going to do it when we show up there. And then we're going to do it when we leave. Because again, we're trying to go for those 5-star reviews. And so what can we do? Some other little things you can do. You can call or text on the way there. You can send pictures once you get there and say, here's the before pictures of this, and here's some damage that we found on the house, or a damaged pot, or, we didn't find any damage, so here's all the before pictures. Get done with the house. You take the after pictures. Look at this amazing, beautiful house. Here are the after pictures. And we can send those pictures. And you're like, Jason, why would I want to send all these pictures? Why do I want to do all this extra work for it? Because little things make big things happen. Small hinges make big doors work. And a lot of times we think, well, that's a lot of work. But those little things are what's going to set you apart so that you can charge more and you can grow your business and be successful. All right. If you got any questions, ask them. I'll answer your question, pressure washing marketing questions. If you go to pressurewashhelp.com/Christmas, it is you can get 3 months for $100. It's the quarterly for only $100. Hoping tomorrow I get all the website stuff done. If you are a member right now, a website will be coming with it. I'm still working on a few bugs, making sure that I can get it all done, but those are some things I'm working on. All right. What up, Mark Murphy? How you doing up in Ohio? Let's see. All right, here I am. Great night for Pressure Wash Help community. I understand. I got to go hunt down that dentist. My model needs to change for 22. I want this coming year to prove myself I can switch into a full-time and go part-time with my job. Jason's headline caught my attention. You got to raise those prices. Raise those prices, guys. Raise them. Get them up. Because when you get that average ticket up, you can make things happen. A lot of things can happen. I got out of school today and went and pressure washed a 2-car driveway and about 50 to 75 feet of sidewalks for $550. Only took about an hour and 15 minutes. That's high five. That's awesome right there. Let's see. I don't know if you all can hear that or not. I don't know if you can hear those or not. You can let me know. But that's awesome right there. Actually, it'd probably be more like I've been gutter cleaning nonstop, and pricing has been, again, coming up. Absolutely. Jose, hi, Jason from Vancouver, Canada. Thanks for all the great advice. Went out Tuesday giving out flyers, and I got a job. I did it yesterday, and I remembered about you saying raise your prices. $800. I'm assuming 800. This is where we will have to break it down to each customer and explain everything around is going up. Our chemicals have increased as much as 32. And I don't even know if you're going to have to, because everybody knows it's going up. I think it's one of those things that people know that everything is going up. Everything around us is going up. That's just what it is. Front and back surface cleaning. Same here, Teak, getting ready to roll out another cleaning company and get 2 people working nights. I've been gutter cleaning at a minimum 150 and saw a few at 260 this week. A wonderful surprise since I don't do Christmas lights. What is the best way to make money every month for a customer? What is the best way to make money every month for a customer? If you're doing commercial work, you can do like concrete cleaning, sidewalk cleaning, that kind of stuff. From a residential customer, that's a little tough. You can do, if you're doing interior, exterior window cleaning, you can usually get 4 times out of that a year. So that's where you'd have to do something like that. $800 ticket for front and back yesterday. Happy customer, driveway, raise your prices. Packages change the game. It does, man. If you're not doing packages, you're losing money. You're leaving money on the table. People will pay more for it. And, if you don't know what packages to do, just try different things. There's nothing set in stone that you got to do this or do that. There's all different kinds of packages you can do. The packages, I've got one from Brian up in Ohio or up in Indiana. A couple of his packages are, all the verticals of the house is one price. If you want the verticals and soffits and gutters done, that's another price. Now he's going to clean it all, whether you take that package or not. But he's going to upcharge you, $50 to $75 just to do package 2. And he's going to do it anyway. So instead of getting a $350 house wash, now we're getting a $400 to $450 house wash, and we haven't done nothing other than them doing their little, clicking a button and saying, I want that house instead of that one. So, just things like that can help us get our pricing up, get our average ticket up. And when we get our average ticket up, that is huge. John Mullane here. I just got laid off. That stinks. Stand by until we get work. But we always wanted to own my own pressure washing business. I really want to start. Any best advice? Take action and do it. Where are you located at? I had to get out of another unemployment and stuck in there learning as much as I could, gather around management and love business needs to run. I couldn't wait for what next instead. Love the business. In my area, you'd never get those prices If you have a full-time job with insurance that pays $12 an hour, you are doing well here. In my area, you would never get those prices. If you have a full-time job with insurance that pays $12 an hour, you're doing well around here. Well, I'd like to know where that's at, because I would probably highly disagree with that. Hey, I'm a garbage man too. Do you ever miss running the pressure washing business, seeing as it was doing a million when you sold it? I don't. I love helping people. Um, I love helping you guys start and grow businesses. I love going to an event that I taught somebody how to make $400,000 that went from a garbage man to making $400,000. This guy went and is killing it. He's taken all my trainings. He's done my in-person training. He's on almost every Monday Marketing Live, and he's just sucking in information and doing and taking action. If I tell him to do something, they do it. If I say, "Hey, raise your prices," they do it. And that is what is that is what is key, and that is what I love. I love seeing Jason Hefner in Florida, the guy that said you can't make that down here. There's only $99 guys, and he's going to end up doing over $200,000 part time. He's a full-time firefighter or full-time paramedic, works 24 on, 48 off, and is going to do $200,000 in pressure washing this year. He's going to do he's like a couple $1,000s short of a $30,000 month in December, this month. He's going to almost do $30,000 this month. One guy working part-time pretty much. Do they put in a lot of hours? Yeah, they probably put in way more than part-time hours. But he's also got another job as a paramedic that he works 56 hours a week doing, and he's doing $200,000 this year. And he's still on my Voxer program, where I talk to him all the time. And when I first started talking to him, he was like, "Jason, you can't make money down here." And it's all about following the system, getting a good system and following the system. And when you're following that system, you're being consistent, you're being prolific, and you're being relentless. You're going to do it no matter what. You're going to do it no matter how hard it is. You're going to do it. And when you do that, these are the things that you can do to grow your business and be successful. That is what you got to do. I can sit here and talk all day, and if you don't take action, it don't do me no good at the end of the day. But I do have action takers. I have people that listen to me and take action. And that is what I need. And when I see that, and I get to go to a place that, are around anywhere from, when I go to BBB and I see people that are making anywhere from $200 to $2 million a year, $3 million a year. And one of the guys that I brought is doing 400, and he's there from just started a year and a half ago. This was his first full-time year. And I can say, this is what you do when you listen and you raise your prices and you do the things you need to do and you answer your phone and you do all the little things, because little things make big things happen, and small hinges make big doors open. And if we let the small hinges go and we say, "Oh, we only need one hinge on this door," because we don't worry about them little small things Jason talks about. We don't worry about getting our reviews. We don't worry about taking our before and after pictures. We don't worry about Jason talking about posting on Facebook. We don't worry about Jason saying putting up signs. We don't worry about Jason saying making sure you're getting your pictures and posting them in Google My Business. We don't worry about Jason saying that. And every time you say we don't worry about that, or you just say I don't do that because that's whatever, that's a small hinge. That door is now not working properly. And so when we do those little things, big things happen. I placed a bid 2,500 square feet and my price is over 10 grand. Jason's encouragement have gotten me from $200 house wash to 300 and higher. Many have done higher as I've been learning and amazing. Those Christmas lights are freaking amazing. I'll just put at the end of those Christmas lights are. No, they're more like this here. Let's see if this one. Now, those Christmas lights are the bomb. For the win. What part of the country you saying $12 isn't doing well? I set up a budget to run ads through winter for spring booking. Mistake. This early in winter. Nextdoor was been hitting home runs for so far. That's good. I don't know if I'd run too many ads in the wintertime. I probably wouldn't run too many of them, just because. I mean, I might run $5 or $10 a day, but I wouldn't get too crazy on them. In Southwest Virginia, I promise you can make money in Southwest Virginia. There's plenty of money over there to be made. I didn't think I could get in my area until I found out what other businesses were getting. Amazing, but it is real numbers for business success. It's not about price gouging. I haven't said nothing about price gouging. It's about what is your time worth at the end of the day. And it's all about this here. Change the mentality, change the mindset, and take action. If you don't take action, nothing's going to happen. Just recently got on Nextdoor in my area. Interested to see how it's going to go. Don't know much about it. Nextdoor is one of those, it either works really good for some people or it doesn't do crap. And so that's one of those things that, you just got to test and try and see how it does. And again, I like Jose. I'm going to give him an applaud here. I don't know if you action. Take action. If you take action, big things happen. Mr. Luke in the house. He's been taking action. He's been killing it here. Yes, beginners sometimes have the mentality, I will charge what gets me the job and is all right, like a $220 house wash. But really, those are the lowest prices that are out there. And that is low. You should be able to get $300 per house wash all day long. You should start out at $300 and be able to get any house at $300. Mr. Nathan from Cynthiana. Nextdoor does well, but you might not get immediate calls. Nextdoor is a lot like Facebook groups. This year coming, I'm advertising in other markets to help spread my business information to reach more people. The best investment is in yourself. You will never learn or know enough. I listen to Audible every night while working on marketing and business, and personal growth really helps. E-Myth is a great book. This right here, I still invest in myself. I read books. I take courses. I go to in-person classes. Why do I do it? Because I want to better myself. I want to see what's working out there. I want to network with other people to see what's working good for them, what's working good for them. That's why, I go to the BBB every year. It's 4 times a year that I go to Nashville, and it costs money. Why do I do it? I get to be around a network of people. There's Megan Ikes that is a CPA or a bookkeeper. We got Dan Plata. He's a bookkeeper. David, I can't remember his last name. He does Collaborate. And there's different people there. Jim DuBois is a window cleaning coach, and he owns his own window cleaning company. And I go to these things, and that's not the only one I go to. I try to go to at least 1 or 2 a year that has nothing to do with pressure washing, and I would recommend you all to do it. Whether it's marketing, a sales an event that you go there and learn sales, or you go there and learn marketing. There's a one coming up um, in March that's social media marketing world. I believe it's something along those lines, and it's in March, and it's in California. I've been to Las Vegas to learn stuff there. I've been to Chicago to learn about SEO and how to do SEO better. And why do I do that? So that I can better myself, and I invest in myself so that I can go to the next level. I can do the next thing. I can teach you how to do it better. I can teach you how to do it smarter. And so if that helps, then that's why I'm going to do it for, because you can't take that anywhere else. Like you said here, the E-Myth book, that's a great book for a new entrepreneur to read, because it'll teach you that there's different mindsets. The person talking about $12 an hour has a mindset that that's all you can make. And that's all you're going to make in my area is $12 an hour, you know? And so that's a mindset. And E-Myth book talks about those mindsets. E-Myth talks about the technician mindset, the entrepreneur mindset, the owner mindset, the manager mindset, and so that's what that book teaches you. And there's a lot of audio books that are great out there. If you learn about leadership, how to lead people, because if you're wanting to grow your pressure washing business or your whatever business that you're doing, you have to know how to lead people. Because if you don't know how to lead people, it's going to be really hard to lead people. Nobody's going to listen to you, and you're probably going to fail at the end of the day. Now, can you make good money with one person? Absolutely, you can make good money with one person. But can you go out of business if you're the only one that's in the business? Absolutely. If you get hit by a truck tomorrow, what's going to happen to you? If you get sick, what's going to happen to you? Your money's going to dry up, and you're not going to make no more money. And so these are some things that when you learn about leadership, it'll help you out. And so I listen to on podcasts some leadership podcasts because that way it helps grow your business. Thanks, Jan. Definitely going to look into it, promote my business. You are here. Awesome. That is awesome. You are here. Jason, I sent you a message on Facebook about the website. Make sure you check it out. I seen it the other day on Monday night, and I knew I was going out of town. And so if I didn't read it, it was so I didn't forget about it. Because I do forget about it. So my goal is to work on it tomorrow or Monday, and have everything done by tomorrow or Monday. My goal is to have it. I wanted to have it all done tomorrow, but I'm not guaranteeing because somebody needs me to go do something in the morning. What's the topic about? Raising your prices. Are you charging enough for 2022? Are you going to be able to make more money, and are you charging to more money? And now we're just talking about whatever these questions are. How to approach and handle other pressure washers in close proximity. Don't worry about them. Don't the last actually I was at BBB. They were talking about collaboration with them versus calling them competitors. And what happens when you can, at least collaborate a little bit? You don't have to go into detail or nothing. Is, if they start struggling, this guy's bought like 2 of them out, because he would have never built that relationship and bought those 2 guys out if he didn't collaborate, versus being like, F you, I don't want you, your competition, you suck, da-da-da-da-da. And so if you do that, that is things that you can do to help grow your business. Invest in yourself. You can spend $500 a month on a new car, but won't spend a dime in teaching yourself a new skill. That is so true, man. So true. What brand replacement pumps would you recommend? Depends on what you're talking about. Are you talking about 12 volt? Are you talking about pressure washer? Holy crap, that scared me. Oh, what about EDDM? Have my earbuds on pre. Oh, is that I want to quit doing that then. I will quit doing the applause then if they're loud. I wonder if I can turn them down. I think I can turn them down. Let me turn them down. Now let me hear what you think. Is that not as loud? EDDM works. I know people that have really had really great success with it. It is not a one and done thing. It is one of those things that if you're going to send out um, 10,000 flyers, you're going to send out 3,000 to the same customer in 4 to 6 weeks, every 4 to 6 weeks. So it's not something that's just send everything 10,000 out in one go and think that that's going to work, because it's not going to work. How much should we increase? I would say probably 10 to 20%. I would say start bumping and see where you're at. See, kind of play with it and see where the market will hold. Commercial is my year-round bread and butter. Gas stations, restaurants keep me busy. Explaining this year into expanding in this year. And that is true. When you get commercial, it helps you get through the slow months, and it also helps you to get through the winter months. Commercial is where it is at for the year round steady cash flow. Seattle, Washington. There's some moss up that way. They picked up the earbuds. I'm a pressure washer. Well, that's awesome. I'm on an average of $375 an hour. It's how you talk to your customers and listen to them. What? You mean you got to listen to your customers and shut your mouth and let them talk? What? Are you crazy? No, he's not crazy. 75%, because when you listen to your customer, you will hear their problem and you will have their solution. But if you never listen to their problem, you don't have their solution. Tell you the needs to catch what they say, smile, laugh, and listen. Jason, I'm an active duty firefighter moving to Wyoming next month and wanting to start a soft wash business. Is $2,000 enough to build a skid and start? We're not going to build much with $2,000. You can probably get a little pressure washer and some hose is where you're going to be at for about $2,000. Because all the little things, remember I talked about all the little things? All those little things are what cost on building a stupid rig. So you'll go to the store and you'll spend $500 and you'll have this little big bag of fittings that you just bought. And then you have to go back and buy another $250 worth of fittings by the time you're done to get it done. Pressure washing or firefighting, Jason? Money isn't in the picture. I don't want to do the firefighting either. That's more of a mental problem that I had to get out of that. You get tired of seeing people die. Would the prices be different here in Seattle, Eric, especially when the houses are full of moss and algae? Yeah, you can get a lot more up there, and the cost of everything is higher up there in the first place. If you look like a legitimate company with a website and a decent looking rig, you can charge what you want anywhere in this country. And you don't even have to have a decent looking rig. I know a lot of people made money with that and without that. If you're willing to do the work and do the things you need to do, you can make money. In window cleaning, we have a scratch waiver customer signed to cover our butts. Why doesn't anyone ever talk about a waiver for plant or plant damage? Because if you kill something on plant or plant damage, it's your fault. And there ain't no waiver going to keep that from happening. So, I mean, if you kill something, it's your fault. It's your chemical and it's your fault. And there ain't going to be nobody lawyer out there unless you have a really good one that's going to be like, well, you wanted me to pay to put this on there, because all they're going to say is you put too much of that chemical on there and you killed it. Those houses full of algae and moss are your potential customers. Go after it. And actually, I might disagree a little bit on that one. Because the people that let it get that bad probably don't care about them. So the people that, want it washed are going to wash it all the time. So I actually just seen this thread in the gutter cleaning thread, and I'm gonna put it into the house washing thread, into the pressure washing. So the thread of the gutter cleaning group was, if you charge whatever you charge to go clean out a set of gutters, and you get there and they're not dirty, and you set your ladder up on all four sides of the house, you check all the downspouts, and there is nothing in there. Do I charge the full price? Do I not charge the full price? Do I give a discount? What do I do? So I know two different people this year that went to a house wash. And one guy that's been doing this longer than I have. He's my buddy down in Lexington. He's been doing it for about 15 years now. And he's like, Jason, this house was not dirty at all. He's like, I didn't even hardly turn the soap on. He's like, I basically rinsed it and that was it. It was not dirty. He's like, it didn't even have bugs on it. It didn't even have spiders or cobwebs out on it. And he's like, I felt bad. But when the dude came out and looked at it, he was like, man, that looks amazing. You did such a great job. And Mike was like, yeah, I did, didn't I? And DJ had the same thing happen to him. He got to the house. He's like, this house is not dirty. Cleans it and gets paid for it. You're there for, again, we are not selling pressure washing. We are not selling gutter cleaning. We are not selling the thing. We are a customer service business that just so happens to be doing the thing. We are selling how amazing we are, how great we do things. That is what we're selling. We are not selling the thing. A lot of you guys get in your head that we are selling a thing. And that goes back to small hinges make big doors work. We think about the one thing, and that's what we're selling. And that's not what we're selling. We're selling people time. We're selling people safety. We're selling people from not falling off ladders. That's what we're selling. And at the end of the day, we're selling that we got 100 5-star reviews. We're selling that we are the best customer service in the area, that we answer our phone, that is what we are selling at the end of the day. And a lot of people get in their head, and that's why when we think about pricing, that's why we think of, well, $200 to pressure wash your house. Well, anybody can do pressure wash their house. What are those little things that set you apart from your competitors to grow your business? I tell the story about the Jeremy Main, the garbage man, to pressure washing. Zig Scott's another guy that's in my membership, and he was in a Facebook post, and he's like, man, there's this dude, he only charged $300, and I was $600, and Pink Pro Wash was $1,200. Yeah, for the exact same house. The exact same house. There was the guy that got it was the $300 guy, but there was a $600 bid and a $1,200 bid. You know what? If my close rate, let's just think about that. Let's do these numbers right here. $300, $600, $1,200. Let's just say my close rate is only 50%. Let's just say my close rate is only 25% at the $1,200. My close rate for the $600 is 50%. Let's just say my close rate for the $300 is 75%. Who's going to make more money at the end of the day? They're all going to make the exact same amount at the end of the day. It's just they're going to do a lot more work for the $300 house wash. But he's closing 75%, Jason. Yeah, and he's going to do all 4 times more work than the guy charging $1,200 for the exact same house wash. The exact same house wash. The other dude's $600. He's going to close a little bit better, but he's going to do twice as much work as the dude doing 25% at $1,200, and the dude that's doing $300 at 75% is going to do 10 times as much work and still make the same amount as the dude charging $1,200. So when you think about that, and they're all going to spray bleach on a house and get the mold off. They're all going to do the exact same thing. Which one do you think is going to be here next year? Which business do you think is going to go out of business next year? The $300 guy is, because he's going to work his ass off and ain't going to make no money. So do you want to work your tail off and make no money? Or do you want to charge more and make your money? Started my business this year in April. Now I'm adding a second trailer and in the process of hiring 2 people. Using a very aggressive marketing strategy right now, plus wash 3 houses today. That's awesome, dude. Awesome. Marketing is marketing. And you know what? You know what happens when you do marketing? You know what happens when you worry about marketing more than you do about equipment? You make money. You make money. You don't need no website to make money. I answer my phone, my emails, my messages, and put out yard signs. I love yard signs. Advertising on Facebook, Instagram, Google, my business. I show up on time. I'm clean dressed, and things happen. I do little things, and big things happen. My question is, how do I tie off when I get on the roof? What chemicals I have to use? Or do I just pressure wash it? And what's the average ticket on roof full of moss? So when you're talking moss, you're talking carpet moss because you live up in the north. You're not talking moss like most of our country sees. And so a lot of times you got to get up there and broom that stuff off. And then they spray it usually. I actually had a guy that they just pressure wash it off because it is that bad. And then you can spray, a little bit of sodium hypochlorite on it to kill anything left. The brand, some of the companies I know, they would sweep it off, and then they would just spray it with sodium hypochlorite, is how they do it. That outdoor guy is funny. I live in a small town, but I do hardly any work here because the money is elsewhere. My town is so old, the record building burnt down twice. I don't know how my house is, probably 140. People here getting work surprised me, honestly. I have a commercial job that I've been cleaning since the beginning of the season. The down part is that I have to clean it also in this cold weather. If you could only use one way of marketing, which one would you choose? What gets the most leads, do you think? If I only had to do one marketing, I would probably pick yard signs and Google Ads is what I would pick. Pick one of those two. You didn't give me a budget. If I didn't have a budget, it would probably be Google Ads. Yard signs. Google Ads didn't do as well for a lot of people this year. I don't know why. And it's not just like one person, but I've heard several people, whether they've been ran professionally or not. Um, Google Ads they've worked, but they haven't worked as good as they used to. Yeah, because you're living by Bristol, you could kill it in Bristol. Jason, I'm reading The Power of Who, an audiobook. It was recommended to me by another business cleaning professional. Have you heard of it? Yes, I have, and it is a good book. I'm trying to pressure wash and seal coating to add to my lawn care business. Those services I may be able to travel to do, but not lawn care. But going full time is my goal. Really? Just moved down to Alabama and averaging 550 so far. All driveway and back porches. Really? Why'd you move down there for? If someone thinks they're a leader, but they have no followers, then are they just talking a walk? I think they are just taking a walk. Next year, definitely everyone has to raise prices. Everything is going up. This I know who it is from Illinois, by the way. Hope is all. I know who you are. That's why I'm asking. Why are you moving down there? Awesome, Jason. Really appreciate you. We're trying to put numbers together, and one thing I have not a clue is the amount of chemicals used on a house wash, roof wash. Numbers wise is where the average cost per square foot. The house wash is about 5 to 10 gallons. Roof wash is probably 15 to 25 gallons, depending on your size, maybe 30 gallons. Don't compete, make them chase you. Now, the government's money is running thin. There are more trucks, trailer yards, equipment for staff. You're a million times percent right, Jason. I was friendly with a new company that tried to start, and they ended up selling me the whole company, and he took a different direction in life. We're still friends. It is true, man. I used to go under the habit of, I didn't like my competitors, but I had a competitor feeding me all kinds of commercial work. It's Mr. Wash. He was on the east side of town, and he did a lot of house washes. Last year, he did $500,000 in house washes, and he fed me every bit of commercial work. He did not want to do commercial work, and he didn't like it. I taught him how to do house washing through all my videos that I put out, and that is pretty much how he thanked me, was giving me all the commercial work. On setting up packages, what all would you include in each package tier? It depends. House wash, window cleaning, driveway cleaning. That's what was my favorite package. I rent a few townhouses for $400 this year. There's so much residential construction going on. Gray siding has brown on it. Dump truck homeowner, we're listing it so hard to be done. I've had the same thing, only was spider webs on the porch. Same happened to me. I cleaned a house that wasn't dirty. I felt like I was being set up, but he paid and was happy. And that's all that matters. Can you please explain pricing for window cleaning? Nope. I only did exterior window cleaning, so I only did my pricing was like 120 to whatever went up. And 120 was 1,000 square foot house. A 2,500 square foot house would have been, 200, 250, and then I just kind of went up that way. If you're doing actual window cleaning, like interior, exterior, a lot of times it's like $7 a pane or something like that is how they usually do it. I just started my business a couple months ago, and it is slow. Yes, it is. I'm not getting much work. I'm not going to start going door to door tomorrow. That depends on where you live at. If you live in the South, you can get work. If you live up here in the North, you might as well hang it up and wait till March, because that's when you'll start getting work again. Yard signs. Had another pharma company recruit me down here for a lot more money and no more cold. I would agree on that one. I would have too. How much to increase? As much as you can get out. There's some good money to be made washing here as well, so we're excited, man. Yeah, you could do well down there with down there. Have you gotten anybody on a rig yet to run it, or are you still trying to run it? Steve O, the win in window cleaning, anything I've asked him, he's gotten back to me on YouTube by the end of the day. Yep. Yep. All right, guys. If you want to go check out pressurewashhelp.com/Christmas, that is the quarterly. You can get it for $100. It's normally $150 for that. I'm going to be doing websites with it, so you will get a website out of it. Also, the in-person training with Bobby Walker will be. Oh, well, that's not it. Let's see. Is that it? Nope, that's not it. With Bobby Walker, pressurewashhelp.com/date. Whoa, mama. pressurewashhelp.com/dates. You check it out. We only got a few spots left, so make sure you get signed up on it. It is going to be a 2-day in-person class. Again, you get the pressure wash. It's not me pressure washing. It's you get the pressure wash. And then it's a full day of how to run a business. Bobby is going to be probably about 4 to 5 hours, and I'm going to be about 4 hours on that day also. And so you will learn a whole lot about running a business. Like I say, anybody can pressure wash. I taught 18-year-olds all day long how to pressure wash, and they ran a truck and made me a whole lot of money during my time. But that's not where you make your money. Your money is how to run a business. We'll give you phone scripts. We give you how to hire people. We're going to go over hiring processes, how to hire people, how to do all of that, because Bobby's been hiring people and getting people and getting rock stars. And so we're going to teach that, how to get rock stars to grow your business. So that day is going to be huge at the end of the day. So hope you all have a great night, and I'll see you on Sunday. This Sunday night is actually my Sunday for the Zoom call. So if you join pressurewashhelp.com/Christmas, you will be able to get to the Zoom call on Saturday or Sunday night at 7. And then Marketing Monday next week, I actually have a special guest coming in. This past week, we talk about budgeting and how to set up a budget and what a budget is and why a budget is important. And that was Jason talking about it. And on the 27th, I'm going to have Megan come on, and on that Monday night, she's going to come on and talk about the reason why you want to do the budget. And she's actually a CPA, and she's actually a bookkeeper, and she owns a window cleaning business, so she knows what she's talking about. So I will have her come on and to tell you what the breakdown of the numbers are and why that is important to have those numbers. So make sure that you check out pressurewashhelp.com/Christmas, and that way you can get signed up for 3 months for only $100, and that way you'll be able to get all the Monday nights. Hope you all have a great night, and if I don't see you before Christmas, if you all have a Merry Christmas, hope you all have a safe Merry Christmas. Take time for your family. Remember, family is very important. Family is the reason why we do this for. A lot of times we get busy and we forget about our family, but family is the whole reason why we want to start our own business. We want time freedom, we want financial freedom, and if we want those things, don't forget about our families. And this is a time to remember that. So hope you all have a great night, and I'll see you all later.